Hello, everybody. This is Douglas Block. Thanks for tuning in. It's Sunday, March 25th, 2018. The sun is out in Portland, Oregon. 4 days into spring, or 5 days into spring, and things are good. First thing, of course, I'm going to mention is how is the sound. And I've been fiddling with my microphone all week to make sure it works. Pearly Bonda, hello. Daniel Pate, watching The Sound of Music. Well, that's not a bad thing to watch. It's a lovely, lovely, famous musical. When I was growing up, I was on Broadway, and then it won Academy Award for Best Picture when it was made into a movie. Well, you're still sitting with a woman in hospice. Well, good for you. Hello, Nora Lilanita. Nice to hear you. Sounds good, Daniel Pate. Great. All that futzing with the microphone, finally. Sound is good. Frederick Blake, I don't think I've seen you before, but hello. Welcome to the live chat and your depression recovery channel, where each week we talk about practical tools and coping strategies for healing for depression and anxiety. And man, depression and anxiety are really tough cookies, because I have a new video coming out called How I Coped, or How I Responded to My 1 Month Relapse. Or I did a video that was very popular on March 8th, said I'm sick and tired of being in recovery, where I talked about a dip I had and how I was so frustrated that all my friends took mental health for granted, and me and Danielle and Pearly Bonda and Nora and all the people watching this channel have to struggle day to day to make sure their head is above water, and how that doesn't seem fair. But then I realized, well, you know, in life we all have a cross to bear, right? Easter is coming up. By the way, one of my favorite holidays, because it talks about death and resurrection. And as you know from watching this channel, I always say what goes down must come up. Every death is followed by a rebirth. Well, guess what? A week from today is Easter. I guess, am I going to be doing this live chat at noon? Well, I'm supposed to be at an Easter service. Yikes. I may have to postpone it, or what am I going to do? Maybe I'll go to an early service. But I have not been doing these live chats more than a year, so Easter Sunday. I'm not quite sure we're going to have to deal with that. Maybe I'll make an announcement on Wednesday that we're skipping Easter. Anyway, all of you watching, if you have any questions, please pipe right in. I'm here to answer them. I think I'm going to start with a joke for those 12 of you people who are watching. Yes, it's Palm Sunday today. Very good, Daniel. Maybe a lot of people are at church right now. So I'll give you a joke about a man who went to church and was very religious, actually. He had a son. He used to tell his son growing up, don't smoke, don't drink, and don't gamble. You know, sounds like somebody from a religious church, right? Don't smoke, don't drink, don't gamble. Anyway, he told this to his son over and over again. Don't smoke, don't drink, don't gamble, ad nauseum. Finally, the son grew up, left the house, and started his own life. And a couple years later, he called his father and said, Dad, you'll never believe this, but I played the lottery and I won $38 million. And the first thing I'm going to do with that money is buy you a brand new house and a brand new car. The father paused for a second and said, well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I think that was cute. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. All right, so Pearly Bonda says, I've been so depressed, I'm doing my makeup and decor stuff, but the silence in my head is saying, you're going to die, you're not going to rise from this, and you're going to go back to bed. Wow. Well, I said, you know, depression is insidious. It keeps coming back, as they say in AA. But watch my video tomorrow. I talk about 3 rules. 1 is don't panic. Number 2 is reach into your depression recovery toolbox and keep using the tools that keep you healthy and well, or can keep you healthy and well. For example, make sure your sleep is okay, your exercise routines are still going well. Make sure that your diet is good. Call your psychiatrist for maybe a med change. Call your therapist, hang out with some friends, nurture yourself, etc. And the third thing to do is to tell yourself, this too shall pass. Pearly Bonda, you've been here before, you've been in depression, you come out of it, you know this is not forever. Okay, great joke, you liked it, thank you. Hello, that joke was decent, thank you, my friend, thank you. By the way, what did one elevator say to the other? Nora, do you know the answer to that? Frederick? Well, I think I'm becoming... I can't even give the punchline. I think I may be coming down with something. There you have it. Wow, you've canceled your wedding day until May, Pearly Bun? I thought it was going to happen in April. You've canceled it 1 month. What about your fiance? Is he able to help out and help you do the preparation? What about some friend? Daniel Kate, Are you there? Why don't you drive up to Tulsa, Oklahoma and help Pearlie Bond to get ready for a wedding? Oh, yeah, you're working full-time as a caregiver. Well, oh, well, good idea. Oh, you like that one? Well, you're screwed, says Never Ever. Well, I know you've been having a hard time for quite some time. I know it's hard for you to get out and meet people. I know it's hard for you to, to get out of your isolation. So, but you're not screwed forever. You may feel that way right now, but Easter is coming around the corner, and again, what goes down must come up. What else can you guys ask me? I had a wonderful interview last Monday with a gal named Anne from my group, talked about recovery from alcoholism and depression and how what works for one works for the other. Anybody here have an issue with addiction? Danny Payne, you have a lot of muscle pain from your work? Well, you do a lot of lifting, don't you? Mustafa, nice to see you. Do you think praying is useful for depression? Well, I have a video called The Power of Prayer, which I talk about how prayer has been proven. Stephen Hawking, the great physicist, just died, and he was one of the greatest scientists, or probably maybe the greatest scientist since Einstein. And Albert Einstein proved that E equals mc squared, that energy equals the speed of light. Energy equals mass times the speed of light squared. There you go, Doug. What good was that degree in astrophysics if you couldn't remember that equation? You didn't know if I was an astrophysicist, did you? Anyway, so yes, energy and matter can be interchanged. So they did this experiment in Salem, Oregon, where if you prayed over seedlings, new plant seeds that you've just planted, they grew faster than the seedlings that were not prayed over. So I believe that prayer can change things. And so yes, a bunch of people prayed for me 20 years ago when I was depressed, and it helped tremendously. So yes, I say yes to that question, Mustafa. Camel David, I don't know if I've seen you before. How to deal with sleep anxiety. I've developed a fear of not being able to sleep. Oh my God, yes. I had that during my insomnia period of 2015. Well, I'm not a great believer in drugs, but in this case, what helped me is a drug called Ambien, A-M-B-I-E-N. Let me spell it out. I know it's not for long-term use. By the way, there's my Patreon account if anybody wants to become a patron and help support this channel. But Ambien is a sleep medication to be used short-term, but it broke the cycle of insomnia. I found that taking a warm bath before bed, that also helped tremendously. They used to do that in psychiatric hospitals, by the way. They were called tepid baths. Sound still good, everybody? Great. So there you have it. Does that help, Camel David? Those are 3 things that I've used that really helped. Nora Lee Lanita, I had a super low last week and came straight back up this week, feeling very refreshed and accomplished. I know it sucks when you're low, but don't feel so good when you come out of the other. But don't feel so good when you come out of the side. Of course, that's the whole point, Norla. Go look at my video tomorrow, how I cope with my last relapse. It's about coming out the other side, and no low lasts forever. Daniel, I've been seeing your nail work. Good job, beautiful. Excellent. Thanks. I'm going to post directions for the Forbidden Love nails. All right. Not quite sure what those are, but I guess it wouldn't matter to me. Raphael R. Hello, everybody, he says. I don't know you were an astrophysicist. That was a joke, Raphael R. I did study math and physics. Right. If I were an astrophysicist, would I be sitting around doing live chats? No, I'd be discovering new planets and, getting famous and making lots of money being a university professor, right? But no, that was kind of my humor, Raphael. But I am interested in astrophysicists. I'm interested in a guy named Brian Greene. I read about astrophysics, actually. I'm very interested as a layperson, but no, I'm not smart enough. I mean, I was smart. I got a graduate degree in math, and, I'm pretty good at that, at science. But boy, to be an astrophysicist, whew, you've got to have an IQ up off the charts. Camel David, why don't you go ahead and let me know. Where's my Gmail sign? Damn, here it is. DouglasBlock@gmail.com. Camel David, email me. Let me know how it works. I'm here to help you out. Thank you, Perla. So, did you guys hear about Stephen Hawking, everybody? He had something called ALS when he was diagnosed when he was 21 years old. They gave him 2 years to live, and he lived to be 75 years old. So there you have it. He showed that you can overcome a disability through passion. You know what saved his butt? two things: getting married and having a passion for his work, feeling like he had a purpose. And those are the same things that help people with depression: relationships, connection with others, and finding a purpose and meaning. So that lesson of Stephen Hawking can be helpful to us, because what he used to help him become a great astrophysicist, we can use to help to maintain a better mood. So let's use him as a role model. Arcade Cup from Green Bay. Wow, I haven't seen you in ages. I'm excited, Arcade Cup. Chad, aka Chad, what are your thoughts on LSD and LSA regarding depression treatment? And I'm not quite sure what LSA is. Is that the Los Angeles airport? No, that's LAX. Sorry about that. Well, LSD, do you mean LSD or LDS? The LDS is the Latter-day Saints, the Church of Latter-day Saints. So why don't you rewrite the question to make sure, if you're talking about a psychedelic drug, back in the early 60s when I was easily alive, they were doing research on that legally. Stanislav Grof, University of Maryland, Abraham Hoffer in Canada, using LSD to treat alcoholism and also the fear of death associated with cancer. No, there was really legitimate research done with those back then, and it's coming back. So I love the DNA wallpaper. Yes. Hello, Douglas. Greetings from Chicago. Sisyphus wins. I love your name and I love your philosophy. He wins because he keeps on trucking. Camel Dave, I'll email you for sure. You are giving me hope as I'm really struggling with sleep anxiety. Camel, you definitely need to be in touch with me. I went through that for 2 months and finally overcame it. I'll give you every trick I know. I'm giving you my email address again. Here it is, cameldavid.douglasblock@gmail.com. You can and will get out of this. I know you meant LSD. You were dyslexic. By the way, did you hear about the dyslexic man? He walked into a bra in order to drink. I think that's funny. How about this one? What about the agnostic dyslexic insomniac? He stay awake all night saying to himself, is there a dog? How many people got that? Agnostic, dyslexic, insomniac, right? And you know what agnostic is? Someone who does not know if God exists, maybe yes, maybe no. Dyslexic reverses the letters. Insomniac can't sleep. He will lay awake all night saying, is there a dog? All right, interesting. Hi all. Hey, one Claire Lou, my favorite person from the UK. I hope I could be as brilliant as Stephen Hawking. Yes, we all wish we could. So yes, Arcade Cup, LSD. Right now they're using actually psilocybin. There was an article in the New York Times about a psychologist across the river in Vancouver, Washington, who took psilocybin for depression, and it helped him tremendously. They're also using ketamine. That's actually now used by the Menninger Institute. Are you here, Daniel Kate, excuse me. The Menninger Institute is the biggest psychiatric institute, most famous in the world. It's in Houston, Texas, and they are using ketamine to treat depression, an animal tranquilizer. Mike Levitt, my famous Mike Miller, I'm having a great day. Well, the sun is out. I'm gonna, as soon as I get free from the live chat, I'm gonna go right around the block. Good ones. I don't know what you're laughing at, Arcade Cup. Oh, the insomnia jokes. Thank you. Do you have an opinion about ashwagandha for anxiety? Ashwagandha is an adaptogen. I think it's supposed to give you energy. I don't know about it being for anxiety though, and of course I've left my phone in the other room, so I can't look it up for you. But I think it's supposed to be mostly as an adaptogen to give you energy, so I don't know. Was Stephen Hawking an atheist? He wasn't at the beginning, but he ended his life as one. Yes, he was. He believed that when you're dead, your atoms decompose, and I mean your body decomposes into atoms, and that's it. But is there life after death? That's something that nobody will ever know until it happens. I happen to believe in reincarnation, so I believe your consciousness does continue on into the next lifetime. Rasmus A., nice to see you from Lithuania or Estonia. It's Estonia. Yeah, I'm talking about the Menninger Clinic, Daniel Pate. It is definitely the world famous clinic, and they do use ketamine infusions and animal tranquilizer and hallucinogen. So yeah, when it comes to depression, we should try everything, don't you think? As long as it's legal. Citizens, I sent you an email a few weeks ago about difficult anniversaries and how April 10th marks 1 year from my long-term girlfriend left me, and I started this journey inward. Wow. Well, I had an anniversary on September 7th years ago. That was the day for her first hospitalized from my 9-month depressive episode. So yes, what I tried to do on the anniversary was nurture myself, hang around friends, Eat some nurturing food, comfort food like spaghetti, pasta. Take a hot tub and really treat myself well and tell myself, today is a new day, I'm beginning a new life, and I am moving forward. And just give myself lots of positive affirmations. That's what I suggest you do. They recommend hemp oil. Has anyone tried it? Let me know. CBD oil I've tried. It's good for anxiety. Got your email. By the way, your video entitled Why People Have Self-Esteem was very insightful. Thank you. Yes, that's become a very popular video. Why people with depression have low self-esteem. 3 reasons: temperament, bad childhood conditioning, and failure experiences in school. By the way, you know how you get over that, Camel David? Get ready. I want you to write this affirmation down. Here it is. Every morning when you get up, I want you to say this to yourself 10 times, okay? Got a pen now? Here it is. Oh hell, I'm well. Everybody together. Oh hell, I'm well. Oh hell, I'm well. Oh hell, I'm well. Boy, I feel good already. One clearly, I watched the last live chat I missed on St. Patrick's Day. I must tell you, from down Northern Ireland, when such is very, wow, cool. Down Patrick Company. Well, why don't you send me an All Express paid train ticket? I'd love to come visit. Plane ticket. Is everyone doing okay? Very strong like this shall pass. There has to be life after death. I agree with you. This time you stinks, William Brittenton. Yes, but I've had it since I've been 18, and I'm now 69, 51 years. And guess what? I'm still trucking. $1 from Arcade Cup. Yay, Arcade Cup! Of course, Google takes 37 cents out of that, but hey, 73 cents, you know, it's the thought that counts. Thank you very much. By the way, the record for donation on this channel was a wonderful man who was in a deep depression, has come out of it, Robert Teague. He gave $50. Wow, what a mensch, as we say in Yiddish. And maybe we can get a $5 donation here before the day is over. Or better yet, you can become a patron of mine. I really appreciate it. We have 71 patrons now, another 29 to 100. Most of them are you guys. What dosage, how often for the CBD oil for panic attacks? Pearly Bonna, another $1. 2 down, 3 to go. Thank you. I don't know. I've never used it for panic attacks. Deborah, you should talk to your psychiatrist or your naturopath. I would do it 1 or 2 times a day. Very good for stress. What is ashwagandha or CBD oil? Did you get my mail yet? One clearly. Are you talking about like package in the mail? No, I haven't. I think you said you sent me something, didn't you? Why don't you tell me again what it was? Puns about communism aren't funny unless everyone gets them. That's very funny. You know, Sisyphus Wins, I was studying communism school. Do you know why I dropped out of the class, Sisyphus Wins? Why did I drop out of the class about communism? I was getting lousy marks. Oh my God, did I really say that? By the way, M-A-R-X, right? For those of you who don't know, Karl Marx was the founder of communism. Of course, Sisyphus Wins knows that because he's a very literate person. Anybody who knows about the myth of Sisyphus, did you ever read The Myth of Sisyphus by Albert Camus? A great book on philosophy. Never ever, you take hemp and vitamin D3. How much vitamin D3? Never ever, probably not enough. Did you live, oh, you live in Utah, well, the sun does come out. But you should take at least 2,000 units a day. You'll do that affirmation daily? Okay, Camel David, do it for 3 weeks and write me, you'll feel better. Pun and lozenges, yes, oh, yes, great. I need lozenges. How did you send it, One Clearly? It takes a million years to get a book from the UK, to package from the UK, unless you send it like priority mail or something. Pearly Bond, I've been doing home decor and making up only things that helps my mind. Good for you. Time for a drink. 20 minutes into it. And a bit of a plug. All right. Where is Julie Hayes when we need her? Easter's coming up. The death and the resurrection, the phoenix. This is the archetype of Jesus Christ and the phoenix and all the other resurrection mythologies out there. This is why I love Easter. People can rise from the dead. Metaphorically speaking, you can rise from the death of depression. You may feel like you're dead. You may feel like life has nothing left for you. You may feel like it's all over, man. But you will rise like the phoenix. I promise you, if you just hold in there, hold on, reach out for help to God and to your fellow human beings, and set that intention to heal. Say, I am going to overcome this. I want to overcome this. I want to feel good again. The universe will help you. Why? It's happened to me 5 times. I should know. 5,000. That's a good hefty dose, never ever. Keep it up. Mustafa, Doug, please give us supplements you know for depression and anxiety. Okay. Number one supplement, all you characters, omega-3 fatty. Thank you, Deborah Haley. $9.99. Wow, we got our $5 mark. By the way, why $9.99? That's cool. I like that. I like that better than 10. By the way, Deborah, Google is taking $3.70 of that. So if you want to donate, any of you guys, have you ever heard of something called PayPal? And by the way, I totally appreciate that donation. Thank you. But I hate to see 33% of it going somewhere else. So if you use my email address, you can, and a number of my viewers have done this. You can send a small donation, as little as $1 or up to $10 or $100, and you can basically use my email address as the receiving address. So who of you has PayPal? If you have PayPal, you just say, you choose send money, you say send to family and friends, you put in the amount, and boom, you hit it. So that way, Deborah, if you want to send me another $9.99, I will get 100% of that. But anyway, thank you so much. Yes, I appreciate you, Deborah, for being a loyal follower, and I hope that your depression and your anxiety are doing better, and I know they are. Supertown Mayan only allows 99-cent increments. Ah, that's why. All right, so maybe that's why $9.99. Yeah, you're familiar with it, Paul? I'll do that. Yes, well, yes, thank you, Deborah. If you're ever on the live chat and you feel spontaneous, you want to share something, if you go ahead and you PayPal me, I'll get an alert on my watch and I'll know it was you. Thank you, Raphael. Wow, the donations are coming in today. We're up to about $13.99. Maybe we can hit the $15 mark. That would be great. When people say hemp oil, do you mean CBD oil? I think those two are interchangeable, Mike Levitt. That's how I understand it. Zomi Las, nice to see you. Hemp seed oil, yes. I think hemp seed oil and CBD oil are one and the same. Can anybody look that up on their smartphone or the internet? Please help me. I left my iPhone in the other room and I don't want to be rude and walk away. Health anxiety, oh, that's horrible. Depression, derealization, panic disorder. 1 year and I'm so scared. Yeah, you will come through this. By the way, there's a book I was just recommended to me called Overcoming Depersonalization. And I don't know the author. Hey, Joan? Could you go in the living room and bring my iPhone into me? It's sitting on the recliner. My iPhone. Deborah Haley says you want to do CBD oil and not hemp oil. Someone told me that people with anxiety need to take magnesium and calcium supplements. Yes, thank you so much. I got my iPhone, yes. Okay, so omega-3 fatty acids, fish oil. Someone asked me about supplements. Also vitamin D. Vitamin D. Zinc. Iodine. Yes, well, if you want to pay the price. Well, CBD oil, you can get it more cheaply here in Oregon because it's legal. Marijuana is legal, and we can definitely go ahead and go to what are called dispensaries. No, that's not true, Rasmus. I have sent tons of money by PayPal. That's true, but if you say to friends and family, no one gets, the money does not get taken out of the sender or the receiver. Erasmus A, because I have sent and received so much money. I use PayPal like every day. My clients pay me that way. I send money to my niece and nephew. I'm on PayPal like, 20 times a month. No, they don't. Well, what they do is, okay, so PayPal, when you send PayPal money to another person, it goes into their account, and then they transfer it to their own bank account, and that takes 1 or 2 days. Yeah, I've never known anybody who used it immediately. It goes from your account to their PayPal account, and then from their PayPal account to the banking account. So daily vitamin. So anyway, yes, but Rasmus, if you ever send me money by PayPal and you do it to friends and family, I will get all of it and you will not be charged. Now, what about some jokes? You know, I'm someone who's been on the cutting edge. I'm always trying to push the envelope, but no matter how hard I push the envelope, it remains stationary. Oh my God, was that good or not? Who is from England? One Clara Lou, right? And somebody else from Ireland. You've heard of King Arthur's Round Table. Well, I just found out who invented the Round Table. It was circumference. Oh, yeah. Okay. Of course, you know, why did the witch not wear a flat hat? There was no point in it. All right, laugh out loud, another terrible pun. Yes, Kate, I apologize. Why don't you do some of your own jokes, for heaven's sakes? You're from Northern Ireland. Well, but, you know, King Arthur in the Round Table was just across just down the road, across the channel or whatever. There's a 25-cent option to get money in seconds, huh? You're from London? Good for you. I love London. I lived there for a while, or actually 5 weeks. Then I lived in Findhorn, Scotland. We don't have any Scottish people on right now. Is fish oil Walgreens brand as effective as omega-3? I don't think so. So Mustafa says, Doug, I want the picture of ashes. Can I send it to my email? By the time this is over, your comment will be way out in the middle of nowhere, so I won't be able to remember it. But Mustafa, if you send me an email at douglasblog@gmail.com and say, please send me the Phoenix picture, I will send it to you, I promise. But you'll have to remind me because I get way too much requests on the live chat. You know, by the time I'm done, there's probably 200 comments. But yes, email me. I'm making you soup while I listen to you, but you're making me laugh. Well, that's good. Here we are. Have you ever had Mars bars? I had them growing up. They're out of this world. By the way, I'm reading a book on anti-gravity. It's so good I can't put it down. All right, what brand of omega-3 do I remember? Well, there's a very good brand. It's a little spendy, you guys, and so you don't have to get it. But if you do have money, oftentimes it's on sale, and there are coupons. You can write to them. They'll send you $5 off coupons. It's called Nordic Naturals. An excellent brand. But you know what the best thing to do, my friends? Here's the best source of fish oil. Sardines. Fish oil is a processed food, okay, everybody? It's a processed food. Fish oil does not exist in nature. You don't find fish oil in the wild, but you do find sardines and salmon and fatty fish. It's better to get vitamins and minerals and supplements from food. I'll say that one more time. It's better to get them from food and not from supplements. So I eat sardines. I'm a vegan except for that. You know, you can get omega-3s from flax seeds and hemp seeds, but more efficient if you get them from food. So don't waste your money on fish oil. Just get sardines. They're high up in the food chain. They don't have mercury. There's a company called Wild Planet, and they are sustainably caught, and you know, without harming the environment. So this is what I recommend to all my clients, all my patients, all my relatives, all my fans, all my readers. Wild Planet sardines. Black Rescue Mirror is very good, Anthony Gray. Yes, it is when you're in shock. I agree with it. What does fish oil do for us? Well, omega-3 fatty acids are what make up your brain, Deborah Haley. Your brain is mostly fat. You know when someone says you're a fathead? Don't be mad. It's true. You're a fathead, Deborah Haley, and so is everybody on this chat, and so am I. I'm a fathead. Why? Because the myelin sheath around all your nerves helps them conduct electricity and signals. It's made out of fat. And omega-3 specifically contribute to that fat. You know, my mother, way back in the 1950s, way back last century, used to tell me that fish is a brain food. Now, how did she know that? There wasn't even any research. And yeah, you know, that's why my IQ is still 101, you know, hasn't gone down. Another bad joke. But anyway, seriously, fish is really good for your brain, and they've done studies. There's a book by Andrew Stoll, S-T-O-L-L, from Harvard, about using omega-3s in the treating bipolar disorder. No, there's been a lot of research. It's incontrovertible. Omega-3s, also they protect your heart. Oh my goodness, yes. There are so many good things omega-3 fatty acids do. So sardines, fish oil, whatever. Please get them in your diet. Half hour, we're going to end at 55 minutes because I need to go on my bike ride at 1. Invite you to use my code for discount from Nature's Sunshines for high quality. Okay, there's your code, Christine Alfonso. Thank you very much. I think I've seen Nature's Sunshine, but you know, if any of you guys want to save money, use her code. Not a bad, it's organic. Wow. Thank you. Sister Swin says, I served at an animal shelter the other day. It was really therapeutic. Not only was the affection from the dogs wonderful, but it got me out of the apartment. I enjoyed sharing times with others. Sister Swin, you are a genius. That's a wonderful thing to do. I have a whole video on the role of pets in healing from depression. You know my cat, Bruce. I show him all the time. I don't eat fish and can't get omega. Vegetarians rules. Okay, you can get it from flax seeds then. You don't have to get it from fish. Behaviorally, does it also help with depression and anxiety? Of course it does. That's what fish oil is most, well, yeah. Heart and brain, both. Hey, 1JE24. I want a bad pun. Yay for puppies. Yes, there are very Frederick Blake, thank you so much. I owe everything to you. Yes, there's a company called Deva. Yeah, Deva omega-3s. Yes, for all the vegans out there from algae. Thank you. And it's a very good company. I've had their supplements. ALGAE, I think. There you have it. Thank you, Frederick Blake. All right. Let's turn this phone down. And let's go ahead. See what messages I have. All right, so we're going to show you something. Let's go to camera. And let's go to recent. And let's go, whoops, what happened to Bruce? There's Bruce, everybody. There he is. The therapy cat. There you go, Bruce. Go in that house. All right. That's my therapy. Scott Bauer. Hey, Nora Lee Lanita has been trying to get a hold of you to talk about DBT, and she's right on the live chat. Say hello to her. I gave you her email address, and she emailed you, but you didn't get back to her. Do you want to connect with her now? Nora, Scott's online. Give him a buzz. You guys need to connect about DBT. Jeff DeLaha. Jeff DeLaha is a patron. Thank you. Here we are. Patreon, you got so much of that I couldn't afford my electricity bills. Wow, that was the darkest time of my life. 1JE, send that to me, will you? Email me that. So want a kitten to raise it as my own? Yes, of course. Well, that'd be wonderful, Scott Bauer. Jeff DeLaha is the patron. And here's how he did it. He went to that website. If I can actually get this thing to go, which I don't think I can. There we are, patreon.com, Douglas Block. Hey, we've gotten a $10 donation, 2 $1 donations, and I think a $2 donation. I think we've got $14 on live chat, or maybe 13, I forget. Let's hit the 15 mark. That would be great. That would give me about 10 bucks as a as a takeaway. But no, seriously, I am trying to continue to get enough funds to continue to produce these videos. You know, I do 2 live chats for free, 1 video a week where I have really professional people come and videotape me and edit. It's not, inexpensive. So anybody who becomes a patron will get a free copy of my ebooks and other goodies, and you can start as little as $2 a month. Jeff can tell you about that. He's already done it. So is Scott. Sorry about that. I'm here. Sometimes I don't look at my emails for weeks. Wow. Well, Scott, go ahead and send Nora an email, or go look at your emails when you get off the live chat. You'll see Nora has sent you something to connect. You guys should definitely talk about DBT. Yeah, I used to be a banker, but I lost interest. I got that one already, 1JE24, thank you. I'm going to remember the darkest times of my life. I think I'm going to go ahead and put that in my... All right, let's go over here to... I don't want to look at stocks. That's horrible. Oh, my God. Here's voice memos. Okay. I remember one day I had so little money that I couldn't afford my electricity bills. It was the darkest time of my life. All right. I got it. You tell the electricity joke first, one clear. Well, whoever told it, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to use it with my groups on Monday. If they throw tomatoes at you, I'm going to say it's all your fault. All right. So you like Bruce. You want to raise as a kitten. Scott's going to check his email. He's going to get back to Nora, Lola, Anita. They're going to be good friends. Even so, spaced out at last. I've been deep in research and writing. Hey, Nora. Scott is from the UK. Could you tell me again where you were? I think you mentioned it when we exchanged emails, but tell me one more time what part of the world you live in. All right, so Anne's story of recovering from alcoholism was published on Monday. This coming Monday, it's about how I cope with a depressive relapse. And believe me, it's not easy, but you can get out of them. And I'm going to tell you my... Asher Fairbanks, oh my God. Asher's a member of one of my support groups. What are you doing, big guy? You already know tomorrow's jokes? Come on, that's not fair. I'm going to have to give you one you haven't heard. Asher's one of my loyal depression group members. Asher, tell people how wonderful it is to be in a depression support group where you get support from other people just like you who are just as messed up as you are. Isn't that wonderful? No, in all seriousness, tell them about support groups and how good they are. Everybody on this channel should be in one who's watching right now if you can. Canada, it's very similar BS in the mental health system. Oh, yeah, that's right. What part of Canada? Person's favorite punctuation mark is a period. It marks the end of a sentence. Not bad. Not as good as the one about the electricity bill, however. What am I going to do? I'm going to look up the name of my upcoming YouTube video, right? By the way, guys, we're getting close to 10,000 subscribers. Boy, I'm going to throw a big party. We're at about 9,400. And so what am I doing? No, I'm looking at Gmail. I want to look at YouTube here. Let's go to videos. Okay. Okay. So the title of the video I'm posting or publishing tomorrow is called What I Learned from My Depressive Relapse. What I learned. What I learned? Nothing stays the same forever. Dig into your toolbox. Call your shrink. Pray. Do whatever you need to do. You'll come through it. Ontario GTA, I don't know what GTA means, but I used to go to the University of Rochester. Isn't Ontario just on the other side of Lake Erie or something? I think it's just north of New York City, isn't it? Asher Fairbanks, everyone should be in a support group, no matter what is the opportunity to have. Once they share their stories and advice can make a week that much easier to go through. Thank you, Asher. You're my publicist. Anybody who comes into the support group from now on, I'm giving you a 10% commission. If they're referred by you, of course. Hope everyone is all right, 1J24. Can I be part of the 10,000 subscribers video with a pun section? Yeah. You want to be in the video, or can I just use one of your puns and attribute it to you? Yeah, north of New York City, Greater Toronto, rather. North of Rochester, New York. Do you know where Rochester is? What is your opinion of the 12-step program's prediction? Ho-ho! Bill Wilson, Bill W. is one of my favorite people in history. I love this man. He was died, he was crucified, and he was resurrected and created AA. We have a gal in the Tuesday group who AA is why she's clean and sober. Now, that being said, it's not for everyone. Some people don't like the spirituality of it. There is no one treatment for everyone. I repeat that, except fresh air and exercise. That's for everyone. But AA, I got a guy across the street, 24 years clean and sober. You definitely, if you're having struggles with alcohol, it's something to try out. You get something called fellowship, which is what we have in the support group. A very important key in healing. Fellowship. By the way, I haven't had a patron in 5 days. I'm kind of getting down about that. So if you go to if anybody goes here, www.patreon.com, and you just go there and type in Douglas Block Depression, you'll come right to my Patreon page. One Claire Lou says, you should have many more subscribers. You're better than a psychiatrist. Well, thank you, One Claire Lou. Appreciate it. Well, start rounding them up, will you? Camel David, did I answer your question about the 12-step programs? I think I've seen them help a lot of people, so thank you, one clearly, for the compliment. I think you already are a patron, aren't you? I know you must be. Well, ask your parents or somebody else you know. Refer them to the Patreon page. Anyway, according to Social Blade, right? You know what Social Blade is? It's a thing that tracks YouTube. I mean, it's an app that tracks YouTube. According to this, I now have 9,400 subscribers, and we're getting about 900 a month. So who can do the math? I can do it. 6 out of 9 is 2/3. 20 more days. What is today? The 25th? About April 14th, tax day in the United States. April 15th, we'll hit 10,000. We're going to do a special live chat. I'm going to give out truffles and candy to all of you. If I could only just, send them to you through the computer, I would love it. But you can see me eating a truffle. How's that? Well, I'll have a balloon. How's that? We'll get some balloons. We'll have a big party when we hit 10,000 subscribers. You know why that's really good news? Because now I don't have to beg YouTube to review my videos when they deem them advertiser unfriendly. Do you know every time I do a live chat, YouTube deems this live chat advertiser unfriendly and demonetizes it, and then I have to ask them to review it, beg them to, so they can, I can make a couple of dimes out of it. Well, after 10,000 viewers, I won't have to do that. They will review the videos automatically. But why would they call this advertiser unfriendly? You guys are not dangerous. You're just nice, depressed people. You live in England, you can credit me. Okay, 1J24, yes, I'll credit you everything. So if I don't know what apocalypse means, it's not the end of the world. Well, it means just a big calamity is what it means. Something about subtraction just doesn't add up. Aha. Thank you, Camel David. Says, when I work in healthcare, geriatric psych, I've noticed that every attending psychiatrist I've ever come across has been a bit odd. Oh yeah, you know what my mother used to say, Sisypheans? They're kooks. Psychiatrists are kooks. Or as my friend Teresa King used to say, they're a strange breed. Absolutely. How? Question mark. I don't know who you were basically asking that question to, Nora. Christine Alfonso. Vigilation dark chocolate is a great daily mood lift. Yes, and eating it is even better. YouTube scammers have gotten kind of crazy. They just want drama views now. I don't know what that means. Angry face. Rrr! Okay, how's that? Did I get angry? I actually have a video called How Depressed People Can Express Anger in a Healthy Way. They either turn it on themselves, which is really bad, or people can get aggressive. The good way to express anger is to be assertive. Like someone stepping on your toes, you say, "Can you please, take your foot off my toes, you asshole?" Oh no, that's not the right way to do it. Sorry about that. Great, more original puns. Yes, I agree with you, Christine. So here's something with a little bit of profanity. It's not really profanity, but it's another minister joke. I don't know why. I wanted to be a minister when I was younger, even though I'm. Yeah. Okay. So, guy goes to church. The minister gives a really good sermon. The guy comes up to the minister and says, "Hey, minister, that was a damn good sermon. Damn good." The minister says, "Well, I really appreciate your thoughts, sir, but we don't use that kind of language in the house of the Lord." The parishioner ignores him and keeps on going. He says, "In fact, that was such a damn good sermon you gave. I just left a check for $10,000 in the collection plate." The minister says, "No shit." And there you have it. A funny joke. Razum say, talking about the struggle with alcoholism, Noah comes to mind. Oh, yeah. Yet he hasn't answered my calls. When are you going to video live stream it? As soon as he returns my phone calls, Razum say, why don't you call him up and tell him to get back to me? I've sent him a bunch of texts. They have started making standards for advertising stuff to benefit branded content. Oh, yeah, not the stuff that helps for objective views. So you should write to them or, anyway, you like that? You like that one, Asher Fairbanks. Yeah, should I tell it on Monday? Asher's going to be my joke consultant from now on. Yeah, I think that's, there's a little bit of profanity in that, but it's really not really bad. It's, it's kind of a common expression, isn't it? Anyway, humor is always based on surprise. That was a surprise ending. Gun control is bullshit. It's not and never will be about guns. It's about people. Well, Zomalas, I appreciate your thoughts, but you know the United States has 350 million guns, one for every person. No other civilized country has that. Don't tell me there's more crazy people in the U.S. than in Britain or Australia or Japan when they have, gun violence is almost, hardly any. So no, I beg to disagree with that. Anyone have a problem with the fear of being trapped? For instance, my anxiety gets, yeah, of course. That's called claustrophobia in a star. I have a fear of going down. I was at Disney World and they had the submarine go down under the water. I freaked out. I almost had a panic attack when I went under the water, only by looking out the windows and seeing fish and focusing on the fact that I was not in a closed container could I survive. But I almost couldn't breathe. So yes, being trapped is very common when you're anxious. How important is it to heal from childhood trauma and heal from mental illness? Camille David, I have a video called How Childhood Trauma Causes Depression and Anxiety in Adults. It's very important. And there are people who specialize in trauma. You think it will be a hit. What will be a hit, Asher Faybanks? Oh, the joke. Guns are for protection. Once again, I blame people. Well, that's fine. You have every right to blame people. Who doesn't love a pun? Don't forget my WhatsApp, okay? I'll go ahead and call it. What part of the country do you live in? You always feel trapped. Well, I understand that feeling never ever, but there must be a way to get out of that feeling of being trapped. So Camel David, did I answer your question? There's a book that I want you to read. I don't know what, you can get it, interlibrary loan. It's all about trauma. And yes, if you've had significant trauma, you need to read that book. You live in England, okay? Well, got it. All these Brits online. By the way, is it still 7-hour difference? It's almost 1 o'clock here in Portland. What time is it in Britain? 7 o'clock? Or excuse me, 8 o'clock? When are you going to go on daylight savings time? Let me know. Yeah, being trapped, very common. Anxiety problem. Yeah, claustrophobia. Well, I'm not a pacifist, Zome. If I would definitely, defend myself if somebody were out to hurt me, But N-star, claustrophobia, I would just say, since that systematic desensitization, go to a person who specializes in anxiety disorders. They can help you out. 850 here. Well, then you must be on daylight savings time because it's 8 hours from where I am. Are you in any therapy, Scott? Yes, that's a good question. And there is a book called Overcoming Depersonalization. Matter of fact, I have my phone now. So let me get over here to find, what's his guy's name? Robert, is it Robert? Yep. It's called Overcoming Depersonalization by Fugen, F-U-G-E-N. Okay, I'll type this in here. This is going to sound strange, but the guy's name is Fugen, N-E-Z-I-R-O, N-E-Z-I-R-O-G-L-U. So this is a book that all you depersonalized people should read, and I'm going to get it from Amazon as soon as I can, because so many people come to me with this problem. Well, depersonalization, you get the idea. Oh, God. Anyway, here, my spelling is wrong, but it's called Overcoming Depersonalization by that guy's name. Get it out of the library or buy it. It will help you with your depersonalization. Attachment trauma and relationships. Sisters Wins, that's a very, very good point. Send me an email about it. That's a good video to make. DouglasBlock@gmail.com. All right. N-star, Scott Barrow, I struggled for over a year with DP. I wanted it out so bad I just had to lower the stress in my life and work on relaxation, calming body down. Diet phase was also big. You tell me, N-star, you're over that? Anthony Gray, our clocks move forward an hour early this morning at the UK. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Anthony. So you are on daylight savings time, so we are 8 hours different. So on Wednesday, I will be on the air at 8 p.m. UK time, United Kingdom time, Wednesday at 8 p.m. Thank you, Anthony Gray. Attachment, trauma, and relationships. Wow. I think I'll put that in my phone. You take meds, which I believe help, kind of a double-edged sword. Yeah. All right, so let's go back to voice memos, which I got to put in. Here it is. So someone said I should do a video on attachment, trauma, and relationships. All right, thank you. And by the way, Easter is coming. Again, I remind you, I may not be doing a live chat on Easter, but here it is, and still I rise. I know that's too long. Well, yeah, it is too long. 6 months before you get a therapist, that's crazy. You know, in America, in Portland, Oregon, you can go see a therapist in 1 week if you just go to one of these low-cost therapy places. Yeah, we changed the clock yesterday. Thank you, Rasmus. You guys were 2 weeks behind the United States. All right. North Star says, I'm mostly over depersonalization. There's still times when I feel it, but nothing like it was. Scott Bauer, check your email. Get back to Nora. She wants to connect with you. Astro Fabulous, I consider depersonalization to be a result of anxiety and anxiety-related disorders. I'm still in DPDR, but I've learned to cope with it a lot over the last couple of months. Thank you, Asho. Asher is a very, very, very cool person for being so young. I didn't mean to say, no, that shouldn't have said that. Just say Asher is a very cool person, period. Nothing to do with his age. So, Zomilas, I'm starting raw vegan diet soon. Very few years ago when I was a raw vegan diet, I didn't need any medication. Yeah, well, it's a good diet if you can handle it. I miss cooked foods. Scott Power, I'm just coming off fluoxetine or Prozac because it made me feel icky. Diazepam doesn't do anything, which is, I believe, Valium. Don't really have stress or anxiety now. I just feel blank and hollow. Whoops. Well, get out and exercise, man. Get your heart rate up. You'll feel some endorphins. You've been for CBT for 5 months. I guess you're also in the UK. One big thing that helps is to try and forget about it. Live your life like you don't have DP and you'll start to get easier. Absolutely. Ax7 Duran, Marco41393 at hotmail.com. I'm not quite sure what that means. This is my email. I still suffer about the DVDR. Feel free to email me. Well, anybody, N-Star, why don't you email AX7 Duran, because he's the one who really needs help in overcoming it, and I've never had to deal with it, so I'm very fortunate. Rasmus A says, try online app like BetterHelp or TalkSpace if you can't find urgent help. Wow, 6 months is too long, but I have to say that talking through an app is nowhere near as good as talking face-to-face. There are also counselors online you can speak to. Again, it does cost something. It's amazing how long the defense mechanism of DPDR can hang on even after lowering stress, says N-Star. Mike Levitt, I'm against depression meds at this point. Do you think I should try ECT? Well, have you tried TMS? I tried TMS before ECT. Can you get TPS in the UK? Transcranial magnetic stimulation. Try that first. Also, get evaluated for ECT. It can help if nothing else works. If you're deeply depressed, and you're a 1 or 2 out of 10, you can hardly function, then ECT may be for you. I had it in 2016. Yep, Zomalos, very important point. When I have anxiety attack, if I put my hands in cold water, it helps me. Try putting your head in and holding your breath. That will even help you more. It activates the dive response. It's a very good thing to do, and it's part of DBT. Not dive responsibility, dive. There we are, dive response. I just saw your message. Sorry I was making soup. I'm done. I reply shortly. All right, Nora. Yes, you guys get in touch. Utah Doug, you always say I'm in the UK. I don't know why. Okay, Mike, I'll remember. Mike from Utah, M-U, moo, moo, or Mutt, Mike from Utah, Mutt. Hey, Tina. Well, I've got about 2 minutes left. Nice to see you at the end. By the way, I may not be on next week. I do like to go to my Easter service, which is usually from 11 to 1. So I'll make that a formal announcement on Wednesday, but we may have to skip one Sunday chat for Easter. My apologies, but self-care is important. I can't put my head, my sinuses are bad, I will get cold. Well, then in that case, don't put your head in, just use the water over your hands or your arms. Do you believe there's an evolutionary purpose behind depression? That's a very good question, Sisyphus. When some people do, it was a way, for people to kind of go inside and protect themselves when they're feeling low. But I think there was, and I don't quite know what it is, but I bet if you Google that, there'll be people talking about it. Rasmus, they do cost. I think BetterHelp costs $260 a month. Wow. Talkspace, $180 per month. Wow. Well, that's like $45 a session. These costs are like 1 or 2 therapy sessions. Some countries like the U.S. Yeah. It is cheaper. How many times do you get to do it, Rasmus? Weekly? It's chill, Doug. Where were you in the first couple of weeks of Prozac? Scott says, Asher Fairbanks. I know, man, I've been in DP for a year and 7 months now. I've been mixed anxiety and dysthymia along with DPT, underlying DP, so I checked out since anxiety was strong with me before this. Okay, says Scott, I've been on Prozac for 5 months. So far, 3 on 20 milligrams of 2 on 40 milligrams. Okay, well, 40 milligrams should be helping you. If not, try something else. Can overthinking cause depersonalization and zone loss? Yes, it can. Does TMS go into the most health insurances? In America it does, that's for sure, Mike Levitt, and you're in America. DBD bar can get better if just get out and find distraction. It does go away. Overthinking does make it worse. Thank you, AX, because when you have DBTR, you're too much in your own head. I've got a client in my Monday group who Asher knows, and I just tell him, when he ever sits down and watches the Portland Trailblazers with his father, he feels better. I think you got a message response every day. Some counselors, oh wow, take weekends off. Okay, every day for $180, that's not too bad. Yes, Utah, I'm going to call you Mutt from now on. Mike in Utah. Hope you don't mind. All right, 58 minutes. Time for me to wrap it up. I hope you've all gotten something good from this. I've gotten some good ideas. There's a guy, I already forgot, but he's going to email me, and I'm going to email him back. What was it about? It was at the beginning of this chat. I forget already. Hamill David, I think. I was going to, if you send me your email, I was going to do something for you. So go ahead and send me that email if you're around. And then I got a good joke from 1JE24 about the electricity being turned off, the darkest point in my life, and a good suggestion about attachment disorders and early attachment separation and relationship issues. Good ideas for new videos. So tomorrow, Monday the 26th, the new video coming out is what I learned from my depressive relapse. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy the week. The sun is out. We're having a beautiful, beautiful spring here in Portland, Oregon. It's only 5 days old, but we're already enjoying it tremendously. And yeah, peace and love, Douglas, Scott, and all. What a delightful kid, guys. Asher Fairbanks is a lot younger than I am, but if I'm just proud that he's on the planet. Yeah, it can. I'm convincing myself it's actually a form of OCD. Thanks, Exeter, and I'm staying strong, just trying to work out and do it myself next. Oh yeah, Camel David, you're going to email me. I forgot about what, but I'll check my email. Have a nice Easter. Thank you. Have a nice day, Asher. Thanks for your words. If you want to stay in contact with Asher by email, I will give you his email address with his permission. Oh, you sent the book through Amazon and lodged it separately. Okay, well, if it came through Amazon, was it Amazon UK or Amazon US? Anyway, I'll look for it. I will send me your email address so I can email you as soon as I get back. Asher says, yes, give my address to Scott Barrow. Well, Asher, when I see you tomorrow, I'll give you Scott's email address. And it's 1 hour and 3 seconds. Have a great day. You guys can keep chatting. And until we meet again, I wish you the best in your mental health recovery. Thanks for